I have almost an obsessive addiction with time and like thinking about how fast time has moved by. And it really, to be honest with you, it pisses me off a lot of the time. Um, just because of how common it is for it to happen throughout my day-to-day life. Like, I make these videos so I can document like what I'm thinking and how I'm feeling in a hopes that it can help other people, maybe if they think or feel the same way I do, but also like for me to look back on and challenge myself in the future if I need something to look back on and remember why I feel the way that I do about certain things. And to be honest, this is something that's been going on for like over a year now. And I know it's normal. I'm human, but I graduated in 2019. My class was class of 2019. And I remember like back in that time being a senior and just thinking about like this is the beginning of the rest of the rest of our lives. Like this is amazing. And it's like this is by no means like me complaining or trying to like pity myself at all. It's more so of a way of me trying to um, get this out so I can understand why my brain thinks the way it does about certain things. And that just goes for like every thought that I have. But yeah, I find myself like thinking about it a lot. Like, I know I keep saying like a lot. I'm using it as periods at this point. I do apologize. But I'm just trying to gather everything because there's a lot of stuff that I think about. But graduating in 2019 was beautiful because, you know, all these people you've grown to know, a lot of them I knew since like elementary school. And you just grow like accustomed to this class, these people, and you're going through this journey together. And when you graduate and you leave school, you don't realize how much life is actually going to change. Um, I just remember these past 6 years of my life, or 7 years of my life now, going by so fast. And I've made a lot of mistakes. Maybe like a lot of the mistakes I've made also makes me think about how fragile time is. But it's weird because when I was younger, um, you know, when it was 2013 and I was young, I just saw it as 2013. Oh yeah, a couple years ago was 2010. Now it's 2013. Cool, a new year. But now it's like every single time a new year comes around, and everybody celebrates New Year's, and I can't celebrate New Year's. It's just something that depresses me, and I know a lot of people enjoy it, and I love that for them. But I can't do it for some reason. There's certain things that I just can't do because of the mental impact that they have on me as a person. But I don't say all this to say that there hasn't been some amazing lessons, some amazing blessings, some amazing moments in my life since I've been out of high school. There really have been. Um, but there's also been a lot of messed up moments, some terrible self-destruction, some bad memories um, that, you know, definitely take their toll on you. And I think a part of the reason why I think so much about like how fast the time went by is just because like life did change so quick. Um, and like thinking back on 2019 being 7 years ago now, it's just, I think back on that and I'm like, that just doesn't make any sense. So I end up finding myself whenever I think about things like that, I end up obsessing eh, so much over the thoughts of the reality that is life now. And I try my absolute best not to do it in a way that is harmful, but I do recognize when I do overthink about the past and certain things. It's draining. It's mentally draining, and I've just realized lately how much time has passed. And obviously a lot of it is a nostalgia that I have for the past, but I feel like with the mixture of social media and just the way life has changed since the 2020s, it has made life go by so fast, man. There's like some days I'll just be thinking, man, like when you first get out of high school, it really just feels like it's gonna be forever until like you even feel grown, like, but no, it kicks in right away. And I'm blessed to have the life that I do right now. I'm very fortunate. God has saved my life after my addiction to alcohol, like all the things I've been through. I'm so grateful. But my mind just sometimes cannot help but go to that place of obsessing, like it's an addiction of thinking about like how fast time has gone by and taking time for granted. And then that turns into another thought. It's like, it's kind of the way a panic attack works, but without it actually being a panic attack. It's just like those real intrusive thoughts within, like, wow, life has really gone by this fast. And I know there's people out there that can relate to that, and I hope that if you feel that way, if you're around my age, or a little younger than me, a little older than me, if you feel that way, then you're not alone, because it can be kind of mentally draining sometimes, just trying to figure this thing called life out every single day. And it's normal. I mean, shit, we're just trying to take life one moment at a time, and that's just the way I look at it now. Just a moment. Like, I used to be like, but whenever I get too ahead of myself, it turns into self-destruction. So I'm very blessed today, but those intrusive thoughts sometimes can be like such a killer. And I recognize it, because before I couldn't recognize it, but it's just so annoying sometimes thinking about, like, your brain will trick you, like you wasted so much time and this and that and the third, and it's like everything that's happened has happened. There's absolutely fuck all I can do to go back and change like my circumstances. That's just what it is, I've made my fair share of shitty mistakes. I apologize for the bird noise. I don't know what this guy's doing, but it is beautiful though. But I do apologize if it's annoying you. But yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to talk about how this makes me feel, because it's annoying. It really is annoying. And it drives me crazy sometimes. Like when it pops up, that thought of like, dude, your life went by so fast. Like, I'm only 25, but I feel like sometimes like my brain will trick me into thinking I've wasted like way more life than I have. And it's just a part of being human. So I hope if you made it this far in the video, you have a wonderful day. I do have a giant pimple on my nose, if you're wondering why I look like Rudolph. But yeah, I thank you for listening. Sometimes it's just best to get this stuff out. And if anybody can relate, let me know in the comments. Just let me know how you're doing. I always want to hear how everybody's doing. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll talk to you soon.